Kruger National Park is a South African national park and one of the largest game reserves in Africa. It covers an area of some 7,500 square miles in the provinces of Limpopo and Mpumalanga in the northeastern South Africa. It extends around 220 miles from north to south and about 40 miles from east to west. So clearly we would only see a fraction of the reserve in our 2 days there. Now, I have longed to visit Africa ever since I was a young boy, and this, now I'm in my mid-70s, was the first occasion we've ever got to that continent. My wife and I spent a 2-week holiday in South Africa, and the first couple of days were spent on the Kruger Game Reserve. So come with me now on our first ever game drive. The day before, we arrived at Hippo Hollow Country Estate in a place called Hazy View, and this was right on the Sabi River, which flows into the Kruger Game Reserve. Along with the rest of our group, we were up good and early next morning, ready for the short drive into the reserve, where we met our guide and found our jeep waiting for us. Are we all set?
We've got to say cheese.
Try to find some animals. There's a very big place. Only 2 million hectares. 32,000 square kilometers. That gives you a very small thing.
We'd been going for less than 5 minutes when we saw our first real wildlife, a pair of white rhino. Sadly, they had their backs to us, but I still took a couple of photographs, which was just as well because they were the only ones we saw during our visit. And then we came across a pair of kudu grazing in the brush. Well, we've just seen our first lion, but it didn't look particularly active. Tawny eagle up in the tree. We then came across this traffic jam, but soon found out this was caused because everybody was stopping to photograph this beautiful leopard that was resting up in a tree.
another interesting plant. You see on top of the tree there's a plant growing on top.
Oh yes.
That's called a leopard lily.
Leopard lily.
Yeah. It will make flowers on top.
Yeah.
It grows on top of trees.
Oh.
Yeah, so the traditional belief is if you have bad dreams, then you can use some of those leaves to treat your bad dreams.
Oh right.
And it's also for if you fancy someone and you want them to think about you, then you must be exactly midnight. You must take some of the roots and chew it exactly at midnight, and then spit out the pieces and say that person's name. Then that person will think of you.
And then we came across some more lions. This time there were 3, I think they were lionesses, resting out on some rocks. See 2 here. The third one was watching a buffalo that was wandering around amongst the tall grass. You can see the buffalo there. A few minutes after I took that lion got down off the rocks to go hunting, followed by one of the other 2, the one that was standing there. But we never did see the outcome. And then we found another animal we've been really looking forward to seeing. A herd of elephants, large and small.
Elephants are quite big eating machines. Eat between 200 to 300 kilograms of vegetation per day. Drink up to 200 liters of water per day.
And then, a short while later, we came across some crossing the road in front of us. I think everybody enjoyed the encounter with the elephants, or several encounters with elephants. Wonderful beasts. We were also all hoping to see more of the big cats, but in fact we only saw one more lion, another male lion, who, like the very first we saw, was just resting under a bush, opening one baleful eye to study us, and then say, just another Norosaurus, and went back to sleep. So by this point in the drive we'd seen rhino, lion, leopard and elephant. The last of the big 5 was the buffalo, and that's coming right up. Sorry? Big one there just hidden behind me. In addition to all the animals, we also saw a considerable number of birds. This is a brown snake eagle. Again, another eagle, but I'm not sure which variety. Then a yellow-billed hoopoe. A vulture. Strangely, that was the only vulture we saw during the whole trip, but we saw lots of oxpecker birds, in this case on an impala. This remarkable looking bird is a hammerkop. And everywhere we went we saw these iridescent Cape starlings, the beautiful eyes, and of course the glow of the blue feathers. And here, an African fish eagle. We saw several of these during the course of the trip. I believe this is called a dark chanting goshawk, but I could be corrected. So back to the animals, another one we longed to see was the giraffe, and we did in fact see quite a number of giraffe during the drive. And then we came across this large pool with a small herd of hippo. We'd seen several hippo also in the Sabi River earlier on. And of course, where there's water, it's not just the hippo, but also crocodiles. See on the bank there. Well, that concludes this game drive. I really hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly did. It was quite an experience, one I would recommend to anybody. But in many ways, we just had the 2 days, and really it's a taster for the holiday we're going to enjoy in 2023 when we're going to Botswana for 2 weeks on safari. Well, if you've liked this or enjoyed this, please give it a like. And if you don't already do so, please subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, goodbye for now.